How's it going, ScrubGamers? Welcome back to another video and another IRL battle with me from ScrubGames. Once again, first of all I'm going to start off with apologies for the angle as we just quickly set up, and of course with the arm that I had to hold the camera, it was skirting the screen, so I didn't want to fuss too much with it. I saw that it looked alright enough, but I couldn't check it properly. And also, once again, apologies for the map. Next time, make sure to use a rubber mat so it doesn't slide over. But today we have the third match for this week, being Ollie playing Blue Boujack versus me playing Gogeta Xeno. This isn't my build because I got rid of it to Andre, whose deck I am playing, and yeah, we tried to do it with King Cold, but unfortunately, I think my alarm on my phone went off, so it stopped recording halfway through, and we lost most. There was a big chunk of game missing, so I decided not to bother with putting that one up because there's a big chunk missing, so it would be worth it. But it was a King Cold versus Bojack. So with this game, once again, as it has been for all the games, Ollie won a die roll, so he's going first. And the good thing with this deck is Gogeta Xeno, it doesn't suffer. It's not too bad if you're going second, because if you are going second, it makes the 6-drop SPR Gogeta live earlier, because your opponent needs to have 2 energy, which if you're going first, you have to wait till your turn 3, but if you're going second, when your turn 2 hits, it's live. So Ollie goes off with the standard first turn play of just going Chansang and passing, because he doesn't need a 1-drop, and Bojack doesn't really play many cards on its own turn, more on its opponent's turn. So in my hand, I've not opened great. So I start off with charging a Goku because I see a lot of Gokus, and straight off go swing with leader to go and draw a card and take a life to basically just get more options. And he decides to just go charge combo Zangief, out combo it to not take the hit and get a draw as well. So I do one and hit one of each of the Gogetas, one each of the TPs, the SPR, a Trunks, and a 1-drop Goku. So I got a Goku but not a Vegeta, so I just end up going pass because nothing else I can do. And I think in my hand I might have had BMS, which doesn't really affect this deck because all you do is combo in a Goku bottom deck here, and it's a 20k, so it doesn't get affected by it. And where Bojack doesn't really use any counters, the 1-drop Goku doesn't do much against it. And I think the ones that do more against it is the Vegeta, but I'm not seeing it because I just see I charge 2 Goku because I'm seeing a lot of Gokus. So I just charge those Gokus, I got 1 in warp, so I don't have to worry about having another one because it's got unique. So I just do a standard again, swing with lead to draw a card and tap a card, and then I think I'm going to be able to. I can get able to see Union Fusion, so I've got Trunks overall in hand, so I combo off the Kai. And warp again, lose my secret rare, and once again hit 4 Gogeta. So I'm hitting a lot of Gogetas, which sucks, but luckily I think in my hand as well, I've got 2 of the Overrealm Goku, so grab them back. So here's the thing, I haven't seen a single Vegeta, but I've seen 1 Goku. So unfortunately, for this fusion, I can use a Goku from a warp, but I have to use a Vegeta from my hand, and the only one I got in my hand is a super combo. So I have to use a super combo, and I want to make sure that I'm applying enough pressure and drawing more to kind of see if I can find those good Vegetas. And using 1 super combo is not so bad because that's just 1 gone. And I can't get that at 4 yet, so that's not too much of an issue. And I think on my leader swing, he took the life. So now I got 3 in warp, drop I overrun with Trunks to draw 2 and warp my Unison. You can't see it off because it's gone off screen because, yeah, we set up enough, but we went out a bit too well with our boards. Because with this deck, you can drop a lot of stuff on board. So if we try to make it as wide as possible using the formats, even then it wasn't enough. Because as you'll see as we go on, it's about a lot of stuff on the board. So I swing with the Unison, start with the Overrun, and he takes it. And now I'm able to use the Kai to bring up my Unison, and I have put a marker on it, and I swing with my 6-drop because needed 20, because that way it's connecting life. He wants to combo stuff in. Yeah, he uses his coming out to just out combo it. And I'm just gonna go. He's only got his leader on board, and I can't attack with my unison, so I just +1 it because get a +1. So what I want to do, because I've got a lot of Gogetas in my warp that I can bring out with his -3. So I just +1 it. And a bit if I want to play anything, but I've got the Goku negate in hand. With a 1-drop Goku negate in hand, so I can just negate at worst. When he swings his lead, he more wants to combo things into play. Yeah, it's just all they also just remind me that everyone gets the warp. Like he wants to combo things to play. Doesn't really want to hard cast anything because they're quite high costing. He wants to swing combo them into play. So he doesn't. So he just charges and passes. There's not much he can do, and yeah, if he drops anything, he's gonna get easily removed. And once again, drop drive to another Goku because these Gokus on. I've got the middle Goku I've got is already in my warp, and the other ones aren't good against the matchup. So I start off by I'm at 6 times, so I want to get down to 4 and awaken. So I tap 1 for the Dark Planet about my Saiyan, and then swing with it to take a life and go to 15. Got pressure because even if he combos in a Goku, still it's I'm trying to want to awaken this turn. So now I swing with lead. But the thing is, what I should have, I don't awaken on the swing, so I take the life. I draw a card and take the life, but they only go to 10k. Combo one side to go to 15k. But I don't awaken because of the fact that I still want a Union Fusion on the front side to get a draw on both sides because I can Union Fusion twice. And I want to see if he was going to combo anything into play, which he does, which is come to Goku, go to 15, take the life steal, and then play use the Goku's effect, bring it into play, and get rid of my Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan. Because even though the Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan doesn't really hurt the deck that much because of Goku, he's got rid of one of my 1-drops. I can buff up and got on board. And now what I'm able to do is put the Goku and Vegeta from my warp to my drop to bring in the TP Gogeta and draw a card, and then allow it to awaken. So now I can Union Fusion again on my awakened side to get a draw. So I can swing with the Gogeta to warp his Goku and pressure 25 crit double strike, and then because he's on 4, so he can't awaken still, and then super combo to get another Vegeta in my drop and warp to allow me to Union Fusion a bit more. And counting and dropping, I've got 3. This Vegeta make 4, and I can put a Unison and a Unison, swing with it, then sack off using his -3 to get another Gogeta and put 6 in my warp. 6 in my drop for an overrun. And this way, this is pressuring quite a lot. He's at 4, and this is 35k double strike, which I've got him at 2. Once he's in 2, I've got a lot of double strikers. Just pressure, I can got constant pressure with this deck. So Ollie's trying to debate what he wants to, if he wants to out combo. He's got to lose a card from hands because he only got, what was that, 7 or 8? I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8 cards in hand. So he only got 8 cards in hand, and a 4 life. And even if he, as you remember, I have one of those Gogetas in my warp. So if he does get rid of it, simple Unison on the Unison, swing the Unison, then -3 to get the one from a warp back on board. So I have another one to swing with, and more board removal and double strike. So there you go. I'm not swinging with the Gogeta 6-drop because it's got barrier, so I have no worry about it being removed. So I just put a Unison on my Unison, I swing its lead to press, to force either awakening combo as well, because he hasn't used his. Because I'm thinking that I only want to put 15, because if he uses his leader to combo with the Bojack, so I was looking at it, if he uses his leader to combo with the rest of the Bojack, he can play it in the bottom deck. My Gogeta, I can -3 to bring out another one from warp to get rid of that Bojack and pressure more. But he decides to instead combo with his Anguilla to get a draw, and then awaken it up to be out comboed. And now we decided to go with the 6-drop swing. And I can't remember why I want to go 6-drop swing. I just wanted to put more pressure on the 25 with because he's only on 2 life. And this way, by comboing the Kai. I think I'm trying to get more in drop, and also the Kai is better in my warp rather than in my hand. And I don't have to use the effect of the 6-drop to bring out 2 1-drops, because I think I've only got targets on my drop. And yeah, I just want to apply more pressure because I still got 2 energy open. I don't have my secret rare, and I still got the, if I can still Union Fusion this turn to get a troll, what I want to do is try to pressure him to drop a battle card on, so I can drop the 6-drop blocker, so I can warp it, have a blocker, and then also have more removal. And he decides to just beam. So he gives up the 20 base, which is not too bad. And then super combo with Xeno to get back his he dropped back to hand for common power. And put something else in drop, the Zangyo. So I decided to then use Sack It Off and bring out the Ever TP. Because I think both of them are warp. And this way, I can pressure quite a bit. So now I've got this I've got the because now I have the units in my warp, so I can warp it with my TP to basically allow me to overwhelm and put it back in my warp and bring it back out again with the Kai. And I was going to tap 2 for his negate to start the attacking player blocker. He's using the card itself as a blocker, so we didn't have the token. And so I can restand it, but I'm just reading the card. I've got to put a Goku on 1-drop. I've also Goku Xeno with 5k and a Vegeta Xeno with 5k from my warp to my drop to restand him, which I have no targets in my warp, just in my drop because I've not been lucky enough to see it, so I'm now reading the card to just check where I need to put them from, trying to figure out if it's from drop to warp because I couldn't remember from the card. And so I need to overwhelm, but what I don't want to do is overwhelm first, because then if I overwhelm and restand the Goku, if he outcombos the Goku swing out the overwhelm swing, he's got sort of the Boujack and energy to combo to bomb deck it. So, but then I have to, so I can actually restand it, so I just overrun to Goku, because this can get me a TP. And I'm thinking, don't want to get the Gogeta, which Gogeta I don't want to get, because I've got a blocker in hand, I've got the blocker Gogeta in hand, so I get the TP because there's no guarantee if I get the, if I get back the a blocker or anything else. If I didn't get it back, there's no guarantee I'll be able to revive it back if he bottom decks the 1 off board. So I just overwhelm to get this out. I'm thinking if I attack with that first and then restand after to force the blocker, but I decided to just put back 2 the restand, so I've got back in drop for overwhelm and restand the TP, and then swing to force his blocker. Because I don't mind if he bottom decks the 6-drop with Boujack, because then it's still in my deck to use, and I can suck through the deck quick enough as it is to find it again. So I think he's debating if he wants to block or protect it, or just try and out combo it. Because he's only at 2 life, but he's got a lot of cards in hand. And you got to remember that his 8 drops are free combo power, and his he's got also the Xeno, which allows him to have more energy to combo the playthings, and just be a free 10k. So he decides to eventually decide to block, and since there's a block, since it's being blocked by a token, I'm just not going to put any combo into it. I think he's debating if he wants to do anything to kind of combo the playthings in. Because I think in this deck that Andre is built, he is running a 1 champer. So there's the fear that if I go with my unit, with my overwhelm, I can chuck everything in a champer to finish off double strike on my overwhelm. And I'm thinking, wonder if there's the Champa come down. And I still have I still have 2 energy open, and I still have the draw for my lead if I do Union Fusion. So I'd then go swing into my overrun, because I might as well swing with it before it gets warped. And he's either going to force him to lose cards from his hand, or take the hit and go down to 1, which then any swing is a lethal swing. So he decides to just uses effective combo Zangief from energy to draw. Come with the Boujack just to, because he's been beaten this turn, to go to 35. So I've at least took out the 8-drop 310k from his hand. So I'd then just, since I've really got no attacks, I don't want to swing with anything else. Decide to Union Fusion in my 6-drop to get the draw lead and have a blocker, and then play the Unison from a warp using the Kai and then +1 it to just put up the 2, so that way I can do it again, put another copy under it, and I have freedom to play a free Gogeta from my warp. So I've got every single kind of Gogeta in my warp and one of each on the board at the moment. And so I have 1 energy open and a blocker as well. So I have 1 energy open for the negate Goku I think I have in my hand, and I have a blocker as well to defend against an attack. So he's going to get a 4, but he gets his Unison out by. With his Unison I can easily take it out. So enough swings on board. And he's already awakened, so he's not going to get too much energy open. So he opens, he's got quite a few cards in his hand. But then he's got, just as leader on board, he's got leader swing and no battle cards on board, where I've got quite a large board and I'm still at 4 life. Because I've had no need, because of dropping all these 6-drops, Gogetas, and I had no need to bring out the little 1-drops. So I was going to debate how best to play out his turn. I think this turn he just taps 4 to play his Unison. So he gets his Blue Unison, the 4 markers on, to get his draw and untap an energy, so he's got a negate open. So he swings at my Unison, which I just go ahead and block. And then for the last one it's negate, because that way he can't use any possible means to, well yeah, so that just basically is over then. So then he passes, untaps an energy, and his Unison. So now I've got a large board, and I'm just going to basically pressure his Unison. And the best thing to do is swing with the first TP, the double striking, restanding TP. But first, swing with lead into it to get markers off, and you get a draw, just in case, because he's playing my deck instead of his, playing my build instead of his build for this game. To just try it out, because he wanted to borrow some cards for the card market. So I remember he's got the Hatch Secret Rare, so I decided to swing with leader first, just in case he does have the Hatch Secret Rare, because that would be very horrible to have that dropped on me now without swinging at leader. And he's then comboed to set up a card and drop for Overon. And now I swing with the TP that can restand itself. Because if I swung with the other one, he would just bottom it out when he wakes up and swing twice. And then now I can swing at his Unison with this Gogeta, because even if he uses a negate, like even he uses a negate or anything, it's going to get warped if he does drop a Boujack. And if he doesn't drop Boujack, so if he drops a Boujack, he is able to negate, but I warp the Boujack, his energy is tapped, and then if he doesn't, I'm killing his Unison. So I'll pressure his Unison, get rid of the board so it can't just, so it's not there for his next turn, and also so it can't block swings at lead. So I think he's debating whether he wants to negate it or not. So I've still got all my energy open for lots of plays. And I still haven't overwhelmed or Union Fusioned yet. And I've still got the 6-drop on board to bring out some stuff, bring out some 1-drops as well. So I'm debating what I want to do. So I just once again, I'm seeing a lot of my unisons, so I put one on the because it can't because the unison's got permanent, where if it's got 2 or fewer markers on, it can't attack. So I put a marker underneath so I can attack with it, and that forces out a bean from its lead. It isn't too bad because my 6 drops are more 20k or more, which is not too bad, and I can pump up the 1 drops, be quite large. So swing with my 6 drop, stay at 20k because no point comboing 1 card to get a 25 because he can just combo any 10k out combo it. And he's this way if he either over combos with 10k or loses a 5k, it doesn't do anything. So if he combos anything into play, I have the TP. I have the unison the -3 set the play 1 from a warp. But he plays smart and drops the Boujack, so he can target my TP Gogeta so it can't attack or be comboed off until the end of my next turn. So that shuts down that completely, and because Andre's not playing the, what's it called, the Belmont, I can't get rid of it from board that way to then replay another one. So here I use the Unison's effect to put in the drop so I can overrun and put it back in warp, so I can kite it back out again to play the other TP, the first TP, and then overrun in the Goku to get a card from a warp, and have my Unison warp so I can then use the Kai as I just did to bring it back out the Unison again. So I can just play the Unison free, like just Unison's free in this deck. The Unison is completely free, and also you don't have to worry much about it. So now I'm also able to have Unifusion targets by warping materials from my warp to drop to then get the draw lead and also get rid of his Boujack blocker. So I've got the TP now that has a double strike that can restand itself. And the good thing about it restanding itself is it sets up more for my overarm as well, which is good. And I think from overarm I grabbed that blocker one as well to have use. So Ollie's using a lot of resources. He's lost his Unison, he's using a lot of resources to defend. He's used a beam now. But luckily my battle cards are 20, 25, and 30k. Well, TP is 25 and the overarm is 30k. And there's still a chance I could draw into the Champa if I see it. So since he's beaten, I decided to, and I wanted more targets of Vegetas in my warp and drop, so I can bring him out with the ever 6 drop that I've had on board since turn 2. And by going 30k, he's got to use a 10k plus 5k if he wants to out combo this. And he's got to out combo this because he's double strike, so it's a kill, is a lethal swing. And I want to basically just make him drop more cards to defend himself to reduce his options. Because I know he has used his News effect already, because he's used the Boujack from his he's played the Boujack from his energy. So I know that his leader effects, his leader free combo is used, and you can only use the, what's it called, Galactic Buster once a turn. And if he uses his leader's effects at any point, he can't use counters, so he can't stop attacks from going off. And since he's playing my deck, he doesn't have the Pie Card, he's got the Hat Jack. So I'm safe there. And at this point now, Hatch is a bit late to shaft his turn after I've had so many swings and have more pressure. But if he survives this and has Hatch for next turn, then he's got a chance to draw into his food to kill me. So that's what I don't want him to do. I don't want him to get to turn 6, because if he can go the one fear I have is if he survives the next turn and drops a Unison for 5 and then has Hat Jack to back him up to end my turn, and then he goes to his turn 6, he can drop Fu after that, and then he's got Hatch, Fu, Unison, lead, all to pressure on my leader and kill me. And there's Andre messing with the combo, say if I don't, it's only 25k if he removes a Vegeta. So it's 30k in his lead. So he's gonna combo with his Boujack, which is not gaining him cards, so he's losing a card from that way. But then with a 5k combo, he's able to combo out. So that's 2 cards from his hand, which is good. So he's only got, I think, 6 or 7 in his hand. Like, we both do this, right? We both, from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, have the shuffling thing from hand. Where we're just always constantly shuffling. We just picked it up from playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And here I'm debating what I want to put back from my warp to my drop to restand the TP. So saying restand, swing again. I think he's got negate for this one. I can't remember. Yeah, yeah, for this one he's got the negate. So yeah, he's beamed up. He's on 2 energy. And I think he's still got Galactic Buster and Super Combo. And he's got at least a Super Combo or a TP in hand. So now he's tapped out. Unless I decide to play the this Vegeta, which can take a life to be quite big. One could take a life to gain 10k for when it attacks. And 2 has the effect that if he untaps an energy using a non-awakened skill, he has to warp 1 from hand. So it's that way if he wants to beam again. I forgot at this point that using the Galactic Buster or the Super Combo doesn't trigger that. But at least this way if he wants to beam again, and I pumped it straight up to 25k with Unison and lead. And I think then I'd take a life as well to go down to 2. So I'm not worried about him trying to be able to kill me. So enough defense, and he's only got his 1 drop on board. And I think, yeah, I've got at least a blocker Goku on board, and I think I've got another one in hand to warp something if he does play anything. So he just combos up. So you just use the Galactic Buster to draw a card, and go through Goku from energy and have an energy open. But then I'm on 35k, so he's going to lose a lot of cards to basically out combo this swing. So he's on 20, and he comboed the 40, and then brought in the Goku with the bomb deck, the other 1 drop that I powered up, so I couldn't swing with that. And he's still at 2 life. So I think here I just, yeah, Union Fusion in the 6 drop, the warp is Goku that he just dropped. So we've got less cards on board. So I want to protect the Unison. And then I think here I'm debating if I want to play the, I use a 6 drop. Or I'm debating if I want to use a 6 drop. So tap the energy, but I think I'm going to just go through with it. Get my 1 drops to have more combo power. I think the plan with this is, because I'm putting back the 1 Unison back to 2 because I brought out with the Kai, and then plus it to give a marker to the power to the other ones. And then I'm paying 1 energy because I've got all 5Ks in my hand. Tapping energy using the 6 drop, so that way I can have the 1 drops as combo power defensively, or offensively if I go in after if this Goku, like I'm debating if I want to swing with this Goku, so you can still have in hand the Xeno Super Combo and stuff to just, I'm debating if I want to swing because he can use solve the Xeno. So I'd rather than let it just go for nothing, at least put him down to 1, so that way only swing is lethal. And 1 card isn't going to make too much. Hopefully, 1 card doesn't make too much difference because he's only got 5 cards in hand. So then he got his leader on board, and I've got 2 blockers and at least 2 life. And I think, and there's not much he can have as double strike. He's only at 5 energy, so I'm not worried about Fu. And even if he's got his Unison, I've got a blocker for the Unison. So he taps. So tap in 4 for his Boo. Use the fact the mark skill the +/-0. The draw card. Swing. I think he's swinging at Unison, so I just block just to Save that. And any swings is lead at my unison. I just block because I'm not worried about. Yeah, he's not worried about him being able to. I'm not worried about him being able to swing and kill my leader. And I had to go the Gohan ready. I wasn't worried about after that because I had after seeing the Goku, I was like, that's fine. I got the Gohan to free play as a blocker. When he plays the Goku, I have to get rid of my 1-drop. So I knew it, so I was fine with it, knowing that he couldn't kill me that turn. So here I've restand, choosing not the charge because I got very few cards in hand, and also as well, and because he drew from his unison, I remember I got the 10k boost on my 1-drop. He's only at 1 life, so there's a mana at 2. So I decide to, first I want to take out the unison because of the fact that you can not only block, but you can also bottom deck stuff, and also this at least forces it to bottom deck that one. I think I still can't swing with my TP. It's attacks or combo off. So no, that's not an option. Luckily since it's at 1, I don't need to worry about swinging the 1-drop at his lead. So I can use that ability to take out his leader. So what I want to do first here is after what I'm going to do first is swing it as unison with my lead, and then swing it as unison with my 1-drop Goku, so I can get the markers off of it. And with my energy, I think I've got a unison in hand, so I can tap free for a unison, then just swing with it, and then play a Gogeta for my drop. So just decide to go, swing its lead, draw a card, then combo 20k to set up my overwhelm, and also have. No, I think at this point I forgot that I had a marker. I plussed on. Oh yeah, at this point I forgot that I've already +1'd on my unison. Yeah, I think I've already +1 on my unison, but just forgot to put the marker on it, and I put the unison under to use the effects. That's before he's able to take it back. Yeah, here we're just remembering that I've already used the +1 skill, so I can't use the +3. So Ollie's luckily nice enough to let me take back the unison from hand. So I've got to put the marker out to remind myself that I've already used the skill. Here we're just remembering that I've already swung into his lead with. Yeah, I've already swung into his unison with the. It will remind me to say that I've already swung into his unison with my unison, and now I'm going to swing into his unison with the Vegeta because the Goku is a bit stronger, and since I've already swung his unison with the unison, it will be tapped down in a minute. Probably that reminded me I already have swung. So I decided to swing into his unison with the Vegeta because he's now at 25 to get rid of the unison so it can't block. And I think I'm still debating if I want to swing with the Vegeta. The first I overwhelm with the Trunks to try and basically see more cards, and decide to, I think, warp a. Can't remember what I warped now. I think it was a Dark Power Plant Mass Saiyan. So I warped because I don't have enough life to boost it, and it got me into. I think there's the other cards I had in hand. I drew from it were this Gogeta and something else, or that I think it was this Gogeta and the Black Mass Saiyan. I just warped that and decided to Union Fusion into the Gogeta, so that way I can get it, drop it, and play the draw. So I can swing just 20k unhindered with these 2 1-drops. And he says he used the all too easy to negate the attack and back to my 1-drop Goku because it was really very powerful. And to save my Vegeta because it's 25, I just swing with the Gohan, so that way I can just combo off the Overwhelm to so I can just use the Overwhelm, go to 20, so I can leave my Vegeta as the strongest swing because it's at least 10k more than his leader. Yeah, and here we go. I end up finishing it because I just use my 6-drop to bring out 2 more 5k combo pieces, and I have a super combo I can put back my Unison in board. And what I was going to do was keep, as I say, by tapping the Unison, was saying that I was going to leave free energy open, attempt to leave free energy open so I can tap free, swing with it for 15k swing, and then sack off Mesmerize free to bring out a 6-drop Gogeta from my warp to have another swing after that. But I thought it was easier to just tap 1 for the 6-drop bottom deck it to bring out 2 5k combos, so the actually 10k combo for my kill swing, and then have the then super combo, put the Unison, my last Unison to the bottom of my deck, to draw something, hopefully the combo power. So that's it. So that is it. That is Goku Xeno versus Gogeta, and where Goku Xeno just overpowers Bojack because it's got that aggression and like full on swarming, quite wide as well. Yep. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I like the commentary. Sorry if the commentary is quite lackluster. It's just very long as this is being recorded a few days after playing the games, and hopefully for the future I'm gonna make sure to fix this up so you can actually see, because like the leaders are cut off and stuff, and the decks and overall my warpers are cut off. So for future I'll make the set a little better. Also bring a rubber mat instead of my cloth mat, so it's not sliding everywhere, making it a bit worse. But if you enjoyed it, and if you have any suggestions on if there's any decks you want to see, if there's any decks you want to see in like this played, because like the aim is to we just meet up, a few of us locally meet up on Thursday and play some games casually, just to test and just play games in person again, because it's just really enjoyable, and we've missed that after not being able to do it for so long. If you want to see any certain decks played or certain matchups, feel free to comment below, and we'll try and get that done as best I can. Like, we can play, I think between us we can play almost any deck. So if there's anything you want to watch, just comment. We'll get it down. We'll get it recorded for you to have an in-person game. And if you want to see these as best of 3 instead of just best of 1 games, then let us know, and we can change this for the future. But once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the week of Bojack games this week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which could be anything. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.